So hi, this is session number 1. So let's get started on your journey, on your path to practice in Canada. So before we dive into the licensing process, I really want to talk about something that is crucial in this process, okay? And that is mindset. Now, what is mindset? Mindset is basically the set of beliefs that shape who you are and how you make sense of the world, okay? Now, there's a growth mindset and there's a fixed mindset. And in a growth mindset, basically you believe that your abilities can be developed through dedication and through hard work. And that is what we need. We need you to believe that through dedication and hard work, you will be able to achieve your license, okay? Now, this journey will be challenging. I would never say that this is an easy pathway. There is no easy pathway to becoming a physician that is licensed in Canada. Everything will be difficult. Everything will be a challenge. So you need to be ready for the journey. You need to have your mindset ready before you start collecting all your documents, before you start engaging in this journey. And you will do that by really changing your mindset from this is impossible, I can't do this, I know so many IMGs that were not able to achieve their dream. You need to really shift your mindset towards this is achievable, this is possible, what do I need to do to achieve my dream? And I'm here to show you what needs to be done. I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be easy. So the first step is for you to change your mindset and understand that you will have to do your part. You will need to put a lot of hard work, but it is something that you can achieve. And once you achieve it, I can promise you it will be rewarding and you will feel this was the best journey you had in all your life. Okay? So I want to also go over something that you will likely experience if you're not experiencing it already. So the imposter syndrome is something that affects a lot of us IMGs. It's not exclusive, of course, to IMGs and can affect a lot of other people. But what I'm trying to say is that coming from a different country and coming to Canada and where you need to prove yourself and engage into a journey towards licensure, it is extremely stressful, and sometimes you will feel like you are just a fraud. You will feel like all that learning that you did back home, all that training, all that experience wasn't even real. Like, where is it? Where did it go? You might feel sometimes that you don't even have the abilities you used to have anymore. That part is normal, okay? Because you are experiencing a transition. You here do not yet have a license, and when you see other people that have a license, you might feel like you are below them, like you're not good enough. But that is not true. That just means that you are in your journey towards getting your licensure. There's a lot of steps, but the same way that I today am not able to just move over to Europe or to China or to Africa and start practicing without proving my skills and my knowledge and my ability, that is just what's happening with you coming to Canada. It does not mean that you are not a physician, that you are not competent, or that this journey is not possible. It just means that you will have to prove to the bodies, the institutions, and to the population that you are competent to deliver care in Canada. This involves not only the medical aspect, it involves knowing all the cultural needs of Canada, involves knowing the Canadian healthcare system, speaking English or French, depending on which part of the country you intend to practice. So there's a lot more that goes into being licensed and being competent to deliver care in a country than just the medical aspect. It's not enough to just pass an exam. And you will listen to me saying many times during this journey that exams are just a step. Exams is just one extra piece to a much bigger puzzle. So a single exam will never give you a license, but it can for sure be one important step that you need. It might be a missing piece that you need together with everything else that you already have or that you may achieve to lead to your final license. Okay? So that is the second thing that I wanted to talk. So the first thing that we talked about is growth mindset. The second thing is about imposter syndrome, and knowing about it might help you navigate through it and overcome those feelings that you are not competent or that you are a fraud or that you are somehow gaming the system. That is not true. You are competent, you are going through the right path, you are going to go through all the regulations as they are. And I'm here just to help you go through that process. And the third thing that I would like to talk about is called social learning theory. So the social learning theory is basically a theory that was proposed by Albert Bandura, and it emphasizes the importance of observing, modeling, and imitating behaviors of other people that are similar to you. So why do I say this? If you start observing other IMGs that are on their journey towards licensure, you will feel that you have a lot in common with them. A lot of them are trying to do English proficiency tests. A lot of them are sitting for medical exams. A lot of them are feeling that they have imposter syndrome. So all these struggles, all the difficulties are usually common. And these make you and them very similar in the step that you are in your journey. So the more you relate with these people, the more you're together with them, be it through study groups, being in connection, understanding how they feel and sharing how you feel, you will see that when they achieve success, it will impact your ability to believe that you also can achieve success. What I mean by that is if you see another IMG that you feel is just like you and is in the same part of the journey as you, and they achieve success, that will give you a lot of motivation and fuel to achieve your success. That means that being with people that are at the same stage as you can be very powerful. Working together with other IMGs that are in the same stage as you can be very powerful. Sometimes it's hard to find those people, but we have a community on my Instagram and on this course that has a whole bunch of people that are exactly in the same step of your journey. And you should reach out to them, connect with them, go and create study groups, be close to people that are trying to achieve the same dream, have the same growth mindset, and have the same ambition and are driven towards success. You need to be with this kind of people in order to achieve your own success and your own dream. If you start being only close to people that find it impossible, that will put you down, saying that this is not going to happen, that you're just dreaming, that this is not achievable, you will start to believe the same. And it will just make the journey so much harder. Okay? So a few things you can do to help in terms of the process, again, the ones that I mentioned, but try to also put your mindset towards being very driven. What does that mean? That you put your effort towards your success in an organized and effective way. So, for example, you might set SMART goals, which means that they're specific, they're measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, and you have a time frame. So by having a SMART goals, you will be able to then plan your journey. That's why I think that everything starts with this program, because you need to know all your options in terms of licensing before you commit to a specific path. Once you commit to a specific path, you want to set goals, you want to set time frames, you want to be able to measure your success, and you want to make sure that it's relevant and achievable. Relevant meaning that you will find satisfaction once you reach the end of that journey. Okay? So the other way you can be very driven is by being organized, developing a study plan or following a study plan that was developed for you. I often develop on my academic coaching program, I develop studying plans for IMGs that are, for example, sitting the MCC QE1 exam. So I prepare a whole detailed plan on how they will achieve their goal. And that means that they know exactly what they need to study every day, and they don't need to waste their time on the planning. I have done the planning for them, and they're going to focus on studying and retaining information. I also go over how you can use technology such as ChatGPT or other technology such as apps that do flashcards or other apps towards improving study efficiency and memory retention. So all these things can really help you boost your studying and your memorization towards improving performance in your exam, okay? And the other thing is, be ready to adapt. Everyone's journey is different. Although you and your friend might be leaving from the same spot and trying to achieve the same goal, the path on that journey that you will take and your friend will take might be completely different. And the reason for that is because your life is different. So you might have kids, they might not have kids. You might work during the day, they might not work during the day. Maybe you study well in the morning, maybe they study well at night. It's impossible to try to compare your specific journey with anybody else's. But it's good to know that other people that are similar to you are having their own struggles and they're working towards their license and they're working towards the same objective as you. If both of you get there, that's what matters. The path that each of you had to take to get there might be different, and that is not as important, okay? However, you may need to adapt, which means that sometimes you might not be able to take the exams in the same order you would like. Sometimes you might have to sacrifice 2 or 3 months going back home to practice to be able to open a whole new array of opportunities here in Canada. Sometimes I will tell you things that will make you uncomfortable. I might tell you that that score you got or that score that you were hoping for is not a good score. I might tell you that it's not possible to get the license you thought would be possible. My role here is not to try to make you happy. My role here is try to show you all the options that there are so that you can choose what makes you happy, and then you can pursue all your energy and your journey towards achieving that goal. I don't know what's going to be the best license for you, but I'm here to show you all the options and give you this opportunity to make a choice that is informed, an informed decision towards your licensure. Okay? So just in conclusion, I just want to summarize this first session because it's very important. Mindset is key when we're talking about licensing as an IMG. You need to believe that with hard work and dedication, you will be able to achieve your goals. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is that you need to understand that imposter syndrome is very frequent and very common amongst IMG. Okay? So a lot of IMGs will experience imposter syndrome. You need to be ready to identify it, tackle it, and keep going and not let that overcome or stop you on the road towards your licensure. Number 3, you need to understand about social learning theory. You need to understand that you need to be in communication with people that you feel are at the same level and the same step of the journey as you. The more you connect with them, and the more you connect with people that are like-minded, that have the same growth mindset, that are driven, that are on the same process of the journey, more likely it is that you will put the effort needed, that you will believe you can achieve your goals, and that you will actually achieve them. Okay? Number 4, you need to be driven. By that, you need to be organized. You need to have smart goals. You need to put the effort into having a study plan and actually being consistent on achieving your plan. That means also that you might have to go through painful, short periods of times where you will need to do things that you don't want to do or that will cost you a lot in terms of emotional effort or in terms of financial strain or other kinds of challenges, such as the example that I gave. Some people might have to go back home to practice for 3 months and come back while their families are still here, while they don't know how to do that with their jobs. They might need to ask for a leave. So you might need to make difficult decisions that will lead to a bright future. Okay? And last of all, you need to understand that this process might not be easy, but it will be extremely rewarding. With all that said, I want now to move on to the second part of the course where we're going to start talking about the actual process that you need to go through to start your actual licensing journey here in Canada. I'll see you there.